Sorry. Come down for a political meeting of a group called Revolutionary Communist Group. Basically, in Manchester, I think it's a city which shows that there's no difference between the political parties that run this country. We have a local Labour council, and each year before they implement their cuts budget, they say to the local press, oh, the Tory government's making us do this and that, they're making it really difficult for us, you know, we have a heavy heart but we have to cut back in these areas, blah blah blah. And they're actually cutting back on things like support for homeless people, support for abused women, support for people with mental health. Over the last few years, £250 million has been cut by Manchester City Council. And I think the point is, it shows us that the Labour Party are just as bad as the Tories and the Lib Dems. And actually, when they say, oh, we'll get rid of the bedroom tax if we're elected, I don't even want to give them the chance to even chance if they're going to do that, because they're not going to do anything that actually opposes cutbacks in this country. You know, they've always been a party of war and oppression of people around the world and in Britain. The point I want to make is, people are saying, you know, there's families that are controlling the world, there's a conspiracy, there's this and that. Actually, I think the problem is the C word, the problem is capitalism. We need to get rid of capitalism. And the BBC, when people say, what can the BBC do to speak up for us? Actually, the BBC will never speak up for us, because the BBC supports this system, imperialism, capitalism, whatever you want to call it. Final point, Sister before mentioned the march in Manchester against the Tories, which didn't have any national coverage. At the end of that march, there was a quiet kind of series of speeches in a park, which was actually a mile down the road from the Tory party conference, organised by the TUC. And on that platform, we had Andy Burnham MP, who was actually the last health secretary in the Gordon Brown government. When people say that the 1% are controlling the world, I think we have to look further than that, because clearly the class interests that are running this country run deeper than that. They run even into the sectors which call themselves the left, or the trade union movement in this country. I think we have to think about building a new kind of movement which combats the bedroom tax, combats imperialist war in Syria, Palestine, elsewhere, and stands up for a new kind of system. Thanks.
So beautiful to hear these voices coming out in front of the BBC today, so thank you so much.